guys, it has been Jasmine and welcome to another video. Okay, so if the camera looks different, the quality looks a little different, I'm on my actual video camera because today we're doing unpopular K-pop opinions. Instead of me writing them down, I actually typed them out on my phone. So yeah. And before I even start, as a disclaimer, if you're sensitive, if you're hard stand, if you are unable to accept other people's opinions, if you're narrow-minded, small-minded, you're not able to respect other people's opinions, don't watch this one. And I'm not saying anything that's like really rude or like mean. It's just unpopular, like things that most people don't agree with. So if you're just not going to enjoy or not going to be open-minded about what I say, don't watch this video. But anyway, and please forgive me if I jump around because I tend to do that, and I will try to do it by group, but I don't have like a whole lot of unpopular opinions about each K-pop group. It's just that I might talk about one thing with one group and think of another group while I'm talking about it. But anyway, that's not what you're here for. Let's go ahead and get started. Blackpink should declare a leader. I do believe Blackpink needs a leader, and I understand, they're trying to be different with the whole, not having a leader and just, letting the girls have like equal leadership, I guess. I'm not really sure the concept behind not having a leader, but I think they need one because it would just help. It would give one of the girls that responsibility. It will help the girls know exactly who to go to, and I think it just helps overall having a leader. So I think that they need a leader. Okay, now this opinion, I know I'm going to probably get dragged, and I know I'm probably going to get unfollowed, unsubscribed by people, but just hear me out, okay? BTS songs aren't as good as they were before. I'm just gonna let y'all marinate on that. But I just don't think they're that good anymore. Like, I'm waiting for the next album because I know the next one's supposed to be like a darker concept or whatever. Well, that's the rumor. That's the conspiracy theory. But I guess maybe because I came in during the H series, or the most beautiful moment in lifetime, during that era, that's when I came in. So I guess I'm kind of biased to that type of music, and now that they've kind of gotten more popularity, I feel like they're just trying to appeal to more audiences, so they're kind of playing around with different sounds, different lyrics, different beats, so maybe that's why it doesn't appeal to me as much anymore. But I think that it was much better back then, and now it seems a little commercialized. It seems a little mainstream type music, so that's just my opinion. But I do feel like the most beautiful moment in life, that era was like their best to me. Wings is a close second, but I feel like that's their best era, and I just can't seem to move on from it. Like, I'm trying to get used to the new sounds and everything, and Love Yourself Tear really saved them for me. But like I said, we'll see where it goes because they're about to start military service, so I'm really hoping that this album that they're going to do before Jen leaves is amazing. Okay, Park Bom should join the same label as Jessie, and they should do a collab. I also think she should get a new management team. This probably isn't unpopular, but I don't think a lot of people think of Park Bom much anymore. And Park Bom, if you do not know, is one of the members of 21, a group that disbanded, I think either last year or the year before last. One of those years, they disbanded, and they were a really popular girl group. They were one of the top girl groups at that. They were from YG, and Park Bom was one of the first members that they kind of like, I don't want to say pushed away, but they just kind of dropped her after she had a scandal with drugs. But if you want to know more about that, please go look it up. She was really good. She's a really good person. But her label, YG is just not good for people. So I really think she should join the same label as Jessie. Like, a lot of artists join let me get more words together. It's a label that Jessie is under, and a lot of solo artists are under it, and they seem to be doing pretty well. Like, I think Jessie's doing pretty well. she can't get as much airtime as other people because, you know, she's not your conventional Korean artist. So I think Park Bom would benefit from something like that because she's a beautiful voice. She's a beautiful woman, and I think she benefit from just like doing her own thing. And then that leads me to CL. I think CL should drop YG as her label. She would do better if she followed Tiffany Young or J Park path with branching out on her own. I don't know if she's still like tightly contracted to YG, but the way YG is looking for YG, I think she can kind of like leave if she wants to. And I think she should follow in Tiffany Young, which is she used to be a member of Girls' Generation, and she's out here in America and she's doing beautiful. J Park used to be a part of JYP. He's out here, he's doing beautiful. Like they both branched off from, they're trying to branch off from the Korean reputation and like kind of branch off in Western music. So I think CL would really do well if she did that because she's already got kind of a Western influence over here and a Western, if you know the word I'm trying to look for, comment below. But yeah, I think CL would do really well if she followed in their footsteps. Okay, GOT7 should have had a better international presence than BTS. And before you come for my neck, let me explain, okay? GOT7, I don't know the exact formula for GOT7, and when I say formula, I mean like when the companies decide to put these groups together, they all have like this type of formula that they want to build off of that group. Like they'll put certain people together. I mean, I think that's with every group, every duo, whatever the case may be. There's always a formula. But GOT7's formula, you can tell that it was meant for them to be an international group. They have members that are not all Korean. You got Jackson, who's Chinese. You got Mark, who is American Korean. You have Bam Bam, who is from Thailand. And then the rest of the members are Korean, but they're also diverse, and they can all speak not fluent English, but their English is pretty decent to go and travel, you know, to Western countries that are fluent in English. And they have such a beautiful sound. Like GOT7 is over here. They've done Fammies over in America before. And they should have had a bigger international influence, like, than BTS. Like, before BTS got over here and, like, got really, really big, GOT7 should have already had that. But JYP doesn't support their artists as much as they should. I feel like, I mean, they support the artists, but they don't support the boy groups as much as they support the girl groups. So that's probably GOT7's downfall. But I definitely believe that GOT7 should have had a bigger international influence and overall popularity over here before BTS got here. And you know, in some places they probably do know of GOT7 before they know of BTS, but not anymore, you know, because BTS is everywhere now. But GOT7 should have been up there. And I still feel like they should have been up there, but you know, things happen. It's a reason for everything. Twice need to fight for more creative control or they will peak before time. And I definitely believe this. Like, I love Twice, but Twice's sound is so monotone. It's the same thing every comeback. And the last comeback I've actually paid attention to was Fancy. I was let down. Like, I love Twice. I like the song now, but the way that your concept photos were, and all of that, I thought it was going to be like a darker theme. I was like, okay, these girls coming into their own, they're grown women, they about to show you how sexy they can be. And the song was so kid boppy. I was like, if y'all don't get this cupcake, cookie cutter stuff up out of here and come with some sex, like, I don't know why Twice, I don't know why the producers are keeping Twice at this very kiddie, very girly, very pink and glittery type sound, but Twice is better than that. They can do more. They can do so much more. They have some beautiful vocalists in their group. Why are they not doing more songs like that? And you know, forgive me if they have other songs, but I'm talking about their title songs. Why can't one of their title songs be something sexy like Bad Boy from Red Velvet? Like, I was really not expecting that from Red Velvet, because not that Red Velvet had like a lot of cookie cutter stuff, but for them to do, you know, that was really sexy, because I know Twice is supposed to be Korea's girl group, South Korea's girl group, but let them girls be grown. They're grown women. Like, nobody on their squad anymore is under 18. So they need to be growing up and growing up with their fans. Let those girls be grown. And I think if they don't fight for creative control, they're going to peak and it's over. Like, not even trying to be mean, but how long is that sound going to keep you going? I mean, look at Girls' Generation. Eventually their music got more grown. So, yeah. Mandatory Korean military service should allow idols to do 1 year of service instead of 2. I do believe this. If not a year, do 6 months, because these idols have been trained their whole life to be singers and dancers and rappers, and do variety shows and stuff, and they just want to throw them in military service. Like, that makes no sense to me. Most people who choose, like over here, we get a choice to join the military or whatever, but I don't know why it's so mandatory over there, or why it's not a choice, because idols have been trained to do something else their whole life, but here we are throwing some military service on them. And I heard they have to take a test or whatever. I mean, you have to take tests over here, but I heard you have to take a test to figure out which one you're actually going to be in, like what type of service you're going to do. And I just think it's just very crippling to their careers. A lot of groups do not survive the military service period, or whatever. I think that's why a lot of them do small groups or really big ones, because they want to fill that gap in while members are going in and out. But I think that military service is out of control. And I'm not really nervous with BTS, but it's like, I want to believe the armies can be strong enough to keep the boys relevant throughout the military service. But we're having so many issues right now with the small things. And I'm like, if we can't deal with these minor things against the boys, we can't deal with these minor things within the fandom, then we will not survive military service. So I hope the armies get it together. This is my message to you, armies. Get together. We have bigger things to worry about. EXO fell way off after Lay stopped promoting with them. EXO fell all the way off, and I love EXO. I love EXO with the 12, with the 9, now with the 8, and their boys have already started military service. But I feel EXO has fallen off since Lay left, and no one can explain to me why Lay left or what Lay was doing that would cause him to not be able to promote with his group. They keep saying, oh, conflicts with his schedule. What schedule? He did not come in here as a solo artist. He did not join EXO. I mean, EXO did not join Lay. Lay joined EXO. So please tell me how that Lay's schedule is in conflict with EXO's when y'all could just put them together. I think that SM is doing some sneaky stuff, and they're trying to they're trying to get the fans prepared for when they just stop the contract with Lay. That's what I think. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think that's what's going on. But yeah, EXO fell way off after Lay stopped promoting with them. Honestly, they fell off after Tao left. Like, they act like they didn't know what to do with music anymore, and it's just sad because EXO deserves so much better. The fans deserve so much better, and they could have really been big. Like, they were big, but so many blows to the group just kind of killed them. So, yeah. Also, EXO has cliques, and I don't think they are all close to each other. I do think EXO has cliques. I don't think that they all get along. I don't think that they really care for each other. And I know that a lot of people are like, how would you know? And I know EXO does not do a lot of videos or variety shows where you can see that, or give a lot of content. But you can tell when they are out. You can tell when they do certain things, the way they look at each other. You know, the looking over at this person, the way they move away from each other sometimes. And it's just like, if you just pay attention, you will see. But yeah, I think that they have cliques, and I don't think they like each other. And when I say cliques, I mean, like, of course, Chaeyoung and Baekhyun hang out, and maybe Sehun hangs with them. But it's like they have their little clique, and then Suho and Zoomin and Chen hang together, and maybe Dio hangs out with, and maybe Dio doesn't even hang with them like that. But it's just like, every time I see them on camera, I just get a funny vibe, and that could just be me. but I don't believe they all get along. And I said the same thing about VIX. Like, I really don't think VIX get along like that. Their little variety shows they try to do, shady. Shady. I don't think they like their Mac name. I don't even like, I mean, no, I won't say that I don't like their Mac name, but he just seems so annoying, and I think that the other members find him annoying, and not in a good way. Like, not in a, oh, this is my little brother type of way. It was more of like, if he touched me one more time, I'm going to punch him in the face, and I'm going to leave. And no talks about it later. That's the vibe I get off of VIX, and I could be wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't keep up with them that much. I'm just going off of things I've seen, like videos I watched of them, and just picking up on the vibe. Like, they don't really like each other. Super Junior deserves better. They opened so many doors for idols and had about as many scandals as YG artists, but remained together. Their fans should be held accountable along with their label for the state the group is in now. I totally believe this. I love Super Junior so much, like all the members, and so many things have plagued them. I know military service hurt them a bit, but they have so many members, like you couldn't really tell whenever a member was out, and their chemistry is really, really good. I love their chemistry so much. But fans, their so-called fans, have ruined them. And I believe this because a lot of times they try to promote with members who weren't exactly favorites, the fans tore them up. The fans made it seem like they were the worst people in the world, and I hated that. Because these people are human. How are you going to just tear them down like that? Especially the one, what is his name? I can't remember his name. The one who got married. The one who got married in secret or whatever, and told the fans later, and the fans act like he owed them something. That man didn't owe you anything. I don't know where those fans got the nerve, got the audacity to actually attack him and his wife because they didn't know about her beforehand. He didn't have to tell you at all. He could have kept her secret the whole time. He could have been having a whole family and kids, and you wouldn't have known. But now that he has told you, the other members are probably scared to even get married, or scared to be too close to anybody because the fans tore up one of their members. Like, I don't understand how no one is talking about that. That's so disrespectful. Like, I would hate that. And I know a lot of the other members have been in scandals, but that's the one that really hurt me, because I'm like, this man didn't do anything wrong. He just went and built a life with someone. He found the love of his life. He went and married her and all that. But as soon as he told the fans, he wasn't even allowed to be in the group anymore. Like, the fans acted up so bad, he can't even be in the group anymore. He can't promote with the group so it won't hurt their sales. That is sad. I wish somebody would. I want to hear one, like, I'm a dedicated ARMY. That's like the only fandom I really claim. But I wish an ARMY would attack one of these boys when they found the love of their life, because I'm going to be on you. Do not do that. They're not going to marry you. They're not going to be with you. These are people, and they have their own life. Whoever they're fine, I'm happy for them. I just hope that they make each other happy. That's all. That's all you should be concerned about, because we're here for the music. Or did you forget that? Now I'm ranting, so I'm just going to stop. But yes, Super Junior they should be so much better. Like, I love Super Junior so much. My bias in there is Hicho, as you know if you watch my other video. But the fact that they have to have so little members promote now because fans have destroyed other members, or made it where they cannot even promote with their brothers anymore. Like, that's really disrespectful, and that makes me feel some type of way. I don't like that. You can't do that to people. They have one member who just keeps drinking and driving. I don't know what his problem is. He actually needs therapy, because he has an actual problem. The other guy, what is it, the hot one? I don't know his name. See, I don't know why he's not promoting. I think something with his dog, or something with the neighbor's dog, something like that. It wasn't even involving him. It was involving, I think, a family member or something. And he can't promote with them because fans will not let him promote. And I'm just like, what is wrong with y'all? These are human beings. These are men. They have a life. They cannot be perfect. They are not perfect. Y'all idolize them into the point where if they do the slightest thing wrong, that y'all just don't want anything to do with them anymore. And that's crazy. That's hard to live with. That's hard to live knowing that someone cares that much about your every move that they will cancel you as soon as you do the wrong thing or something that they don't like. So yeah, maybe that's not unpopular, you know, with Super Junior saying that they deserve more or deserve better, but I feel like not enough people are talking about the disrespect that has happened to Super Junior. So yeah. And my last one is Big 3 should no longer be a thing. I don't think it's unpopular, but I don't know how many people are actually talking about it. So yes, the Big 3 should be no more because YG is out here falling by the day. I don't think they're ever going to get back up to Big 3 status. SM is losing a lot of money because their artists are not selling as well as they used to. JYP is actually the safest in the Big 3 because they're trying to keep it safe and they're not letting their artists do a lot of different things, and they're just dropping more and more. They're dropping artists left and right, but they're not continuing with promotion. I feel like I should know about a lot more artists than I used. And maybe it's because I'm just not involved with the whole K-pop thing anymore, but full of mine. And please make sure you subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week, okay?